Hello everybody. I don't know how well you can see me, but I'm gonna sit here and eat while I talk about what's going on here for a bit. But yeah, today I am having this lovely broccoli and goat cooked like steak, and on the side there's also scrambled eggs with pepper jack cheese in it and grits made from some coconut milk that I fortified myself. I grab a whole can of coconut milk. I put it inside a carafe that can hold close to 2 liters of liquid, and I just mix in enough water to help bring it up so it's diluted. And I add in multiple scoops of calcium citrate to fortify with calcium. I have this liquid vitamin D, which has K2 in it, so that is bioavailable for you. It has a mix of MK4, MK7, so you get in all that vitamin D. I use 3 full droppers, and for every cup, it's giving you a solid amount of vitamin D. And then I put in a small amount of B12. And a small amount goes a long way with B12 when you're using supplements. It's ridiculous. I also have an actual liter of, carbonated water here. Seltzer, sparkling water, whatever you want to call it. And then I have a smoothie. And there's like 10 ingredients in this. I could not even remember everything I popped in here, but I will try. There is coconut milk in there. There is cinnamon, which was part of what's helping to darken this. There are blueberries, carrots, a single orange slice, pineapples, kale, spinach. There are 2 more here. What are the other 2? Ginger. And the last ingredient, and hopefully I can remember it's the last ingredient. Do 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 do. Yeah, I wasted all my thinking time playing Jeopardy music. I'm just gonna go quiet here, but edit this out. You won't know how long I'm thinking. I'm editing. Oh, a whole banana. I can't believe I forgot a banana. The banana is what even got me interested in doing the smoothie. So I froze all of this stuff. I separated it, put it in bags. I made an average. I weighed out how much I had of each ingredient, divided it out by 31 to get a whole month's worth, and well, I came up with this. And it works out. It's pretty tasty too. It's pretty good. I think I'm going to start off with it. And this is quite a bit of food, and that's because 1, this is my first meal of the day, and 2, this is going to be my only meal of the day. So while I have not been meaning to OMAD, since I started my job, when I was in training, I was working from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I chose to not eat at all at work. That way I would eat when I come home. So all my eating was in the afternoon, so I would have this 4 to 5 hour window of eating when I got home. But then it turned out to just be one big meal and then some snacks. And I slowly started to get closer to one meal, but I didn't necessarily get there completely. So what ended up happening is I started doing my real schedule this week. And yesterday was first day on it, from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. And I decided to, I ate at work, but I ate a bag of peanuts and drank water and coffee while I was there. And that was fine. I was going to come home and just go straight to sleep after, kissing Aiden goodnight, even though she was already tucked in and all that. And I ended up eating this big ass meal. It's up on Twitter, like 2,600 calories. I'm like, you know what? I thought I was going to escape it and be able to wait until tomorrow and just eat before work and figure that out. But no. So I am eating before work now. But I figure if I eat a very huge sizable meal, that's well balanced, at least as far as I'm concerned with my goals, that 1, won't be hungry at work, so I won't even need to bring or eat the peanuts there. 2, all the water I'm drinking is going to help me out. And 3, when I come home, I am going to go straight to sleep. Because then I can wake up early in the morning. So why would I want to wake up early in the morning? Having a late schedule. Well, I knew that I would be seeing a lot less of Aiden due to my schedule, but it really hit how hard it was, how much I'm really missing it when I did it day 1. See, I slept in because I had the later schedule. That was nice. But see, before training, every other day for Aiden's school, put her on the bus. I would be the one preparing her in the morning, putting her on the bus. When training started, it had that 8 to 5 schedule. I needed to be out of the house by 7. Aiden's bus doesn't come until like 8:50. So, yeah, everything went into her mom, and her mom understood since I was finally working again. But the main issue with that was, yeah, okay, I come home to do my part. I would definitely cook her meal every night. And that was great. I enjoyed cooking for her, enjoyed cooking for myself. I was making her decent dinners. But now I'm on this 1 to 10. So I didn't make her breakfast yesterday because her mom usually does that. Whoever gets her ready in the morning does that, and that's been her mom the past few weeks. The school, of course, feeds her lunch. And then, for dinner, I'm glad I anticipated this yesterday. I pre-cooked her dinners for most of the week, from Monday to Thursday. And it's based around, it's mainly rice, broccoli, and chicken tenderloins. So her mom felt some kind of way at first, thinking that, oh, she can't cook. I'm like, I had to tell her, I'm not going to see her. I'm going to be kind of like a weekend dad, despite living in the same house as my kid. And she understood that when I told her. It took her a minute, but she got it. This broccoli's fucking good. I put my popcorn season on this broccoli, and my popcorn season kicks ass. But yeah, getting back to Aiden, so her dinners are pre-cooked, and at least can do that. And I used the gym at my job for the first time yesterday. It was nice. But we did a video call. I got to talk to her, see her during the middle of the day, and that was nice. But it's not quite the same as actually being there. So I got off at 10, drove home, nice clear freeway, nice clear streets. Made it into the house at about 10:50. Like, it's a 34-minute drive, but I had to use the bathroom after work with all the water I was drinking. And then it takes like 5 to 6 minutes to actually get to my car from the building. So quite a bit of time wasted just getting home. But Aiden goes to bed at 10. Sometimes 9:30 if she gets sleepy sooner. But she was put to bed at 10 yesterday. And I come in 10:50. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of late. But, quite a bit, when she's not tired early, she just lays up in her bed singing. And I thought I heard her singing, but she wasn't. So just go in her room, kiss her goodnight, and then she wakes up, and then she has to look in her face like, oh, why you waking me up, Like I shined a bright light in her face or something. So I just realized I can't do that when I come home from work. I gotta let, my girl get her sleep. So, weekend dad. Now, one other thing that I can do here would be to wake up earlier and get back to putting her on the bus every other day. But one, with my schedule, that's a little bit tougher. But I could do it. If I was a single dad, I would definitely have to do it. But two, her mom, see, it was a tough fight to get to working in the mornings with her in the beginning because Aiden and her mom have a very tight connection. So whenever, I try to come in and do more, it's a battle. Because she always feels like I'm either trying to say she's not a good mother or just trying to take from her. I'm not. This is my child too, I love my child. I have a bond with her as well. I love her. I want to take care of her. So it's going to be a bit of a fight to get that back in. I could just wake up in the morning, just set an alarm, and just walk up and do it. But, you don't just want to start battles in the house. This has to be something that has to be agreed upon. Because otherwise it's just going to cause so many small family interpolitical struggles. And it's just, I'm not up for that. I'm not up for pettiness and bullshit. That, and I am probably the most petty. I'm probably the pettiest person that you have ever known, ever encountered. You don't know the depth of it, but if you give me a reason, I am going to rise to the challenge like Rocky. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why. I grabbed this knife when I'm just eating this with my hands, so sorry. But yeah, but that's one tough part of this. But I start this. It would be short lived anyway, even if I fight for it in the morning, because I start school next month. May 16th, my first day of college classes. I'm returning to complete a computer information systems associate's degree with a cybersecurity specialization. And if I play it right, I can actually get 3 other degrees at the same time if I take like 5 or 6 additional classes that are related. But my core goal is to get to associates in cybersecurity, and then to transfer to Phoenix Online and get the bachelor's in cybersecurity. I'm going to earn a handful of certifications along the way, like, the Security Plus, Linux Plus, LPIC, CISSP. And I know I just alienated quite a few of you there, but these are certifications that go well hand in hand with cybersecurity, showing that you actually know what you're talking about. I can honestly pay the money to just take the test now, but I know I would fail most of them. I might do decent. The one I would do the best on right now would be Security Plus, but I think I would still fail that one. I think I would only get like a 40 to 50% right now, despite my experience and despite what I've read and studied. So I've been working in tech for over a decade now. But yeah, so returning to school, so this means that I would probably spend a few days fighting to get 8 in the morning. I'm probably going to end up doing that anyway, just to get a couple of weeks. And then when school starts, I'm going to need that morning time to actually either go to classes, to study, to do work, to be properly energized for it. So I am going to be leaning on her mom more. And I guess this is why, it's essential to have a 2-family household. You're there to complement one another in what you will and won't do. So I'll be withdrawing a bit from day to day, at least on weekdays, to better myself so that my family as a whole can be in a much stronger, much better place. So that's how I have to look at it. Oh, these eggs are killer. They're starting to get a little cool, but they're killer. In addition to the pepper jack I put in them, there's salt, pepper, and turmeric. So that's why they're so yellow. And those black pepper, sorry, black pepper, since I use a grinder for it. But moving on from eating back to my fitness goals, it's been tough as heck to get me to work out again. But yesterday on my lunch, 5:30 to 6:30, went down to the work gym and I got it in a bit. I did not do too well on anything cardio related, but my strength has always been with like weight training. I mean, my literal strength has been on weight training. I hopped on the treadmill, did 2 minutes of walking. I probably could have pushed myself to go to 10, but I was sweating pretty hard after 2 minutes. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. I jumped into the elliptical, stopped at the 2-minute mark again. So then I moved over to the weight machines. And while, they were technically easier since I have a good build-up of muscle just because my body has to bench press me to get around every day, they still challenged me and it still made me sweat. But it was more bearable. And I guess I should challenge myself to do the stuff that's not as bearable, but I think I could build up to it over time. I mean, I say building muscle can help to replace fat, which should make it easier for me to walk. So we'll see if that's true or not. But I got on the leg press machine and I was at like 80 pounds. I did like 80 reps. So not so bad. Got on the chest press machine. I know that was at 75 pounds and I did 30 reps. But then I grabbed some dumbbells, a set of 20-pound dumbbells, and each side I did that 10 times altogether, so 5 for each arm. And then I did bicep curls. I did bicep curls together 20 times. So I got 30 reps out of it. Each arm got 25. So not a bad day. I definitely felt it when I was done there. And I just barely made it back to my desk on time. And that's mainly because the janitor. I mean, I was the only person in the gym. And it's just the janitor's in the men's room. It's just like, I know he wasn't sitting in there staring at me, watching me. But I was pretty much in his peripheral, his field of view. Nobody wants to just strip there in front of somebody else, especially if they're not doing the same thing. Just like, you had to do this now. You had the entirety of this whole day. You had to come in when I'm here now. It was awkward. I just sat there and waited him out. And the showers suck. But I'm going to make it work. And it sucks mainly because the air pressure was crap. Water pressure was crap. So I'm going to test the other showers because I only tested one of them. I didn't have much time to just bounce between them. But other than that, I mean, it was a good middle of the day. My arms still feel a little bit of it in there. And I'm going to go back again tomorrow. So I'm going to go every other day. So typically Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I need to check to see what time it is. Okay, I got 10 minutes left before I have to get to work. Tried to make this a mukbang style update, and I guess it's kind of working. Let me know if y'all like this. No, y'all just sitting here watching this big fat mofo just eating food in front of y'all. And this is a lot of food. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish. Which is good. I'm going to be able to subtract this stuff. And this is going to be a waste of food because while I'm not completely over, throwing away food, I've started doing that. I mean, I could put this up to eat later or tomorrow. But I've been making myself, over the past few weeks, throw away some foods. Like if I make an excess of rice, I keep that because that works well in stir fry. I make excess of vegetables. I keep that as well. Easier to go for eating. But this whole meal I made here, I'm not going to eat eggs later. So I'm not going to put that away if I don't finish them. Same with the grits. And things that are easily, very cheaply replenishable, like whole grains like, grits, oatmeal, or eggs. Yeah, I don't mind tossing those. And while I can get vegetables frozen pretty cheaply, it's like, I'm not going to overeat on freaking broccoli. I mean, if I do, I got a bigger problem if I can overeat on broccoli. But I think my gut would go crazy before I do something. I would just have this entire house filled with fart, like the house is on fire, but it's fart instead. I tried to do so. Oh, and if you notice, yeah, I no longer have a fitness band on. I got rid of it a couple of months ago. I returned the last one. Used it to buy clothes for, my new job. And I returned to a few other things. But, I'm working on it again. But I don't care for it. It's not the ones I've been using. The fitness band that I enjoyed the most was a Garmin band. I believe it was the Garmin Vivo Active 3. It's a pretty great band. I mean, then how much I hate about it was just it was a much older band. Battery life was crap. Garmin Vivo Active 4 has slightly better battery life. But there's a band they offer that costs around $400, and I'm going to get it by the middle of June. It's called the Garmin Venue, or specifically the Garmin Venue 2. It looks like a smartwatch. It's not as a fitness band. It's beautiful. It's pretty much a Vivo Active with a really nice IPS screen. It lasts for close to 2 weeks on a single charge. It shows you animations and other things on the bend while you're working out, so you know how to do exercises properly. It tracks you pretty well. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to finish this. This is goat. I'm going to take one more bite, then I'm done. I'm going to take another bite, then I'm done. Okay, I'm done with that piece. I'm going to take... Goat has a... They did me wrong in this goat here. I mean, there's a lot of bone in the shoulder they cut off. Half of the weight is bone, so... I said at the beginning of this video, I think that this is a 1700 calorie meal. This is going to drop significantly. Because when I'm going to subtract the weight of these bones, I'm going to subtract the weight of the meat that I'm not going to finish. And I may not eat all these eggs and grits, so my grandma used to say my eyes were bigger than my guts. And that's what it feels like here. I'm very sorry if I'm not well in focus this video. I could not find my tripod. Also, haven't been able to find my switch light, but that's a different story. So, hopefully next time I do this, I'll have my tripod, but I tried my best to do a viewfinder. Right now, my phone's propped up against another cup. Let me see this. This is mostly bone. Yeah, I'm going to weigh this plate, knock everything off of it, weigh it again. I'm going to subtract it from the goat. Now these grits, yeah, I definitely waited a bit while. I might not, I'll see how this works out. I screwed myself over trying to set up and do all this. Yeah, but oh, it's not bad. It's not great anymore because it's not as hot as it was, but it's not bad. I'm gonna mix these. Actually, no, I'm not. No. I'm not going to finish these eggs. Not only do they taste like, you know, old eggs, but if I use cheese in this, I normally use Gouda when I do scrambled eggs or American cheese. I tried out the pepper jack, and while I love pepper jack and everything else, it just doesn't work for this. So I'm going to eat what I'm considering to be like one egg's worth of this scramble. And I'm going to cut the rest out. So I think by the time I'm done doing these cuts, this is going to be down to me like a 1,400 to 1,300 calorie meal. Still isn't bad, and it's still quite a bit. And I know normally when you do mukbangs, you do it live. I think I will try to do something like this live next time. But right now, both my laptops are updating. They both run Pop OS, and a new version just drops. The LTS, the long-term support version, the one that they'll support for 5 years with updates, is out, is free, and I believe it's version 22.04. The first number, 22, usually denotes the year, so 2022, 22, that should be right. And it's usually going to be .04 or .10 because the update usually comes or is made relevant to either April or October, 4 or 10. So yeah, it should be 22.04. Every release isn't long term. It's a long term supported one. I believe it's like every third one, if I'm remembering right. It's either every third or every fifth one. I forgot how that goes. But based on the numbering scheme, you can tell they do 2 major updates throughout the year. These are like Windows XP to Windows Vista level updates most of the time. Or if you want it to be more comparable that way, every LTS release is like a Windows XP to Windows Vista to Windows 7 to Windows 8 to Windows 10 style update. But the others in between, you could consider them to kind of be like service packs, but sometimes so much significantly changes that you can consider to be that a major style upgrade in that way. And it's Linux based, they're beautiful systems, they run well. But yeah, both my laptops are updating right now. It usually takes a few minutes to update, but on the day this stuff drops, it takes forever to download because so many people are trying to run and get it right now. If I would have just waited another 2-3 days, yeah, I'd be able to download the entire thing in like 3-4 minutes, and the update process itself would be like 5. And yeah, I'm not gonna eat all these grits either. Eating about half of them. And it's not just because I let them sit here and get old. I'm getting full. You take your time eating, and there's videos that help to slow me down. Let your body start to feel the satiety. And so the way I cooked all this, I ate this pretty much in the order I made it. Oh, with the exception of the broccoli. So first I filled the skillet up. I heated up the skillet, put quite a bit of olive oil in it, made all the goat. Once I was done with the goat and we had the goat fat mixed in with the olive oil, I tossed in the broccoli. I made that. Then I put the grits on the side in a pot and cooked it. And I cut the ass and what was left. So I'm going to chop the olive oil down. I think it was like 40 something grams I marked on there. So it'll be about 20 something when I do it, since I'm only eating half of the food. Then and there's still there's still some oil left in the actual skillet itself. So I usually count it all whether I consume it or not, just to err on the safer side. It forces me to work harder within restrictions when I pay attention to it. But yeah, I'm going to toss this. I don't feel so bad. I get my coconut oil from Costco in a box of 6. And that one can fills up the carafe pretty well. You know what? Let me go grab it and show it to you. So yeah, this is the Thai coconut creations. I hope this is showing up well. It comes with 6 cans. I just dump a whole can, stack this carafe, fill up with water, everything else that I fortify this with. And this is a really nice carafe. You turn it sideways, mouth opens, it comes out, put it back up, and the top closes on you. And it usually lasts for about a week. I mean, I think the coconut milk can last longer in here, but I usually drink it up within about a week. But yeah, I'm not going to record myself weighing and stuff to subtract it. I'm just going to put the updates on Twitter, and I'll pin a screenshot to the end of this video here. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching me eat. Hey, you got any questions, anything you want to talk about, anything you'd like for me to cover in future videos, feel free to let me know. Let me know how you like this style. If I was really off center, I understand. I'll see it when I look at this. I'm sorry if I was. I'll do better next time. But I hope you are taking care. God bless you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is before. This is what I originally calculated everything as being. Not so bad. And, okay, and this is after. This is what I calculated things based upon the scaling down and the food that I threw away. I also realized I used the wrong smoothie in the video earlier. Smoothie 2 isn't too different, but it is more calorically dense. The main difference is that this actually takes into account my coconut milk, the one that I fortified myself in the can, versus just using a generic one from the store. I like it. I like control. But this is it, y'all. Thank you. And once again, I know this was long as heck. Let me know if you like this format. Let me know if you want to see it more often, or I should just go back to doing exclusively shorter videos. But thank you for liking, subscribing, notifying, and sharing.